And welcome to American Civil War 2. So, I continue to be Grey Hunter, and we have just won our first proper victory, where we Hooker beat Longstreet. That's the defeat, that's the wrong one, that's Hooker. Not Hooker, it's McDowell beating Jackson. Hooker managed to get himself beaten up again. Longstreet is apparently in trouble. So, we're going to set you. How many hits did you take? Looks like one entire division, two of my divisions didn't get sent into combat, so let's secure this division here and we'll advance Wallace here down the Shenandoah Valley. Let's have an early start to the offensive, eh? Here, before we go another force, they were ostensibly to protect the flank, but I'm actually going to put them on the offensive in a second. Oh, you're already moving. And we have 6 days. The flow of men moving towards the front. Over here, we're forming up a new army, the Kentucky Department. Parkville Militia. 19th is locked, but at least the Kentucky Department is forming. We've got fresh troops coming in. We've got some artillery up here. That's a long way to walk. Much easier to take the train. Do I have any spare troops sitting up here? I have an entire Humphreys division here. Choo choo down to here. I'm an adult. Like the pack train, you're destined for him. Yeah, because this is Pope's detachment. Maybe you aren't destined for him, actually. Oh no, you're destined for this way. Where are you guys again? Over here. A bunch more generals just arrived. One of which I am going to mosey on over to this unit. Yeah, we need those extra commanders over here. You two. Yeah, 10 days to rail over there. And the Yankees are forming. And of course, we'll be sent down to Zam as quick as possible. The 14th should form up here. Nice, I could promote one of you gentlemen. So my mouse is nearly dead, so it's taking me a little longer to do things because I'm having to click 2 or 3 times to get it to actually respond. New one is in the post, but I don't know why I said mail. Felt wrong. New one's in the post, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get here. Not today. You can come down and join them. And you can come down and join them as well. Running low on rail, we may have to expand the rail. Right, let's have a look at the options. So we've not got any units on production, but we are massively short here. Units that are taking hits. All my cash is going to go into just trying to replace units that are taking hits. 4% price variation. Where is that tracked? You're talking about price variation. Equipment Rails 102, 68,000, 21,000 with 6,000 prisoners. If you build arsenals, do I feel like offering territorial concessions? We lost some battle. That's because Hooker's getting himself beaten up. Once Hooker's back in the main territory, I think he's most of the guys who are losing troops. Right, that's pretty good for this one. I'm hoping the fact that Longstreet's been battered means I can start kind of condensing a few more forces. When I start getting Corps Command, I think it should get better. Come on, Hooker. We just need to make it back into our territory. I want to take Westmoreland here. I need to look at what my actual objectives are and figure out where they are. They're still attacking Fort Monroe. Okay, we've just caught somebody there. Oh, we lost troops down there. You're quite deep into Kentucky. I need to send some troops to him. He's made a rapid advance. Right. I do not feel like those battles went in my favour. Yeah, defeat by Halleck against Forrest. Oh, I forgot Nathan Bedford Forrest was a thing. General Command was beaten by Colston. Generic commanders, we lost there. Lyon beat Kilburn and Jefferson City. Okay, we can deal with that. We have got all our troops in here, so let's his seal is up for us. General at least 3 stars. I don't have many generals with 3 stars. So let's take you, pop you into your own separate unit. You're perfect. You can march round to engage this guy. Was that what I clicked? And we got to deal with Forrest here. A load of generals. Here's Kentucky force. It's overstacked. Have a general. Oh, this is so annoying. Right, Kentucky force is now in good strength. And will advance to engage Forrest. Park Force is mainly supplies and generals. Central Fleet already has supplies, so it's not too much worry. Yeah, Stone. I'm going to adjust your commands and have you move to attempt to cut off Forest when his troops retreat. Yes, I know I'm doing exactly what ended up happening in history, chasing around trying to get my hands on a single guy, but oh, they haven't arrived yet. Let me select him. Ooh, sometimes these stacks are annoying. Right, so we're at 23 of 16, but 20 of 16, so if I give him $19 of 16, $20 of 16. I don't understand the subalterns in this. There's something going on with the command stacking. There we go, 16 of 16, where you need like an extra general hanging around. Alright, this is strong. Let's advance south. We've got extra troops coming, but they can just stay as reserve. You can move to here to block this gentleman off. You're already on offensive posture, moving to here. These guys are very close to forming up. You're attacking. Alec, Hooker, get your ass back there with your smashed units. Right, you can take. So you can take. You can move to Ludon. Offensive, conservative. They don't have to fight across this river. But you can advance Hooker's old guard, which is not under control of Hooker, you'll notice. And that is the same for Westmoreland. You can start consider attacking to here. And you can march to the sound of the guns. All my support units are all up and running. So let's send Edward Ord here, being in the right place at the right time. Does not get orders to Hooker himself into the Union. Ord, I'm trying not to kill you guys. Also, yes, apparently I'm now using Hooker in a completely different way as originally planned. Okay, you've got supplies, you've got some supplies, you've got some supplies, you don't have supplies. You go join him. Okay. Now that force is still forming. Fine. You can have the contraband move to here. You gentlemen are forming up. Oh, the monitor's up and running. Bring the monitor down. and station it with these guys. It'll take 12 days. You're all garrisons. But of course the rebels are going to land troops on this flank. Right, over here we've already got our plans to engage. Oh, you're a 3-star general. You're the Army of the West. Kentucky Force. I'm going to send you. Rosencrantz to go have a. Because that's all you can think of you. I'm in the West, so. You can come around to here-ish. Let's move you out so I can see you. This is Kentucky Force. Then we've got Parks Force and Western Command. But you do need to actually go to the east here, where you can form up the new army. Ooh, what a great call. Ooh, things just changed. So does that mean I can create... I need another 3-star general. Now, where would be my 3-star generals? Is there a list somewhere I can find a list of my generals? Any recruitment? Well, I have got some troops. This is civilian. That Booker forces arrived. New army HQs to be able to support and reinforcement. Yeah, that's good. Oh no, I never actually moved those the officer like that, did I? Second H2 Q, you move down to there. First HQ. Want you to go out to the Army of the West. Or form here. Talk your apartment. Can you rail and not go for their territory? Oh, wait, we'll see. First Field Hospital can also move down to support them. We'll see how that goes. What's divisions up and running? But he needs a subaltern. I can create a corps of the Northeast Division. Why is that not available? I mean, yeah, I will 100% create a core. Franklin's core is up and running. And we'll bring it down to here, where it's now linked to that. Why can't I create a core? Audio army of core. No army in the vicinity attached to or with maximum core capacity. No 2 or 3 star general. Leaders directly commanding a formation. So if we unping you, disable division commander, enable division command for him and give them to him. So Crittenden is now in charge of this force. No reason for giant army. Required command 15, 17. I don't understand how this works. Anyway, I've got 1 core, but if I can reinforce that with other troops. And cores will definitely march to the sound of the guns. Jump to Fremont. Yeah. If I take out, say, Mr. Grant here, along with, say, these guys, and slot them into their own unit, he can create a core. We take out these guys, move them into Grant's unit, Ricketts. Yes, these guys into his division. So Grant is at 4 and 8, they're at 4 and 6. They become a core connected to that. Now we've got a situation where the core is larger than the main army, but that's fine. And you are also going to... You're going to march up like that. You're going to march like that. You're going to march like that. Perfect. Buell. Take Gilbert here and 2 of these units out. Oh, this mouse is driving me insane. You can form a core. Excellent. But this core on offensive operations can move to here. Now the Kentucky department. We're getting this, and Halleck is the last gentleman we haven't dealt with. Got this stupid pickup box in the middle. Because that was Halleck. Now Halleck. So we've got guys going to like there. Parked forces there. I thought I told you to engage. Actually, you're pretty weak, aren't you? And actually terrible as a commander. Okay, you're too battered to be any release. Yeah, I know like 10 minutes ago I said I was going to end the turn, but now I discovered the magic of core. Maybe if I get them close I can add them as core to the other army. Oh, Okay, you can become a corps of the Northeast of Virginia already, and then when these guys arrive this turn, we can start adding them in. Awesome. Alright, this looks like a completed mess, doesn't it? It's a plan, honest. I didn't spend my money. Oh well, that can build up for a turn. I got so distracted by calls existing. We got Longstreet down there with 2,000 points as his main stack. We're about the same though, actually. Look at all these individual units. There's not that much difference. Just the Confederates are doing well in the west. No, they're advancing to meet me. Well. No, that's a bigger force. Someone march the sound of the guns. Alright. Yay, more soldiers have been successfully trained in California. Indiana Swamp Guard have been successfully trained. That gives Perry a big boost. Maryland have been trained. Yep. This is all stuff we needed. Alright. Zorka got forced to retreat. HQ support goes in. And Hooker's force is rebuilding, but slowly. Hooker's force, can we get you into Washington, please? Crittenden. You're not a 2-star general, that's the problem. He's seniority 26, I'm not quite sure why I can't just promote him. Seniority 53, seniority 66. So they aren't ordered in seniority rating, which is confusing. Alright, let's split Foster here off with 3 different divisions. Make him a corps. What is his detachment? Create you as a corps. You can get those guys. Excellent, so both Wallace and Foster's corps are now up and running. Up here. We finally formed this corps up. It's too much room to handle by 1 division. Let's take Whipple and these 2 out. No, I just wanted to separate them, thanks. So that corps implement with Whipple's detachment off to the side. That's 500, so that's kind of what we want up there blocking. My supplies are in danger of being captured by the enemy. This HQ support. The field hospital can come join. You can join into his full corps. Please take the railway. Still building ships. Down here, there's a Confederate gunboat detachment. And a couple of rather battered units. Let me reinforce you. You're still in good command. Let's continue to advance south. Zukoffer here is protecting Wallace. You can move into there. So if I disband you, take off your command, can you become a corps? No, you cannot. So spreading these out should have helped, but I don't think it will. Seven 4. That works. This is a corps in all but name now. So you can march down to here. They're blocking the Confederates there. They're about the same match for the Confederates against them. Not quite sure what that symbol is. Massachusetts has trained their soldiers. I think I've already stolen them. Conflicting. Reached in Winchester. Restricted citizens' rights. Okay. Fort Craig is taking hits due to lack of supply. Hooker evaded the enemy. Captured Charleston. Lost Fort Smith. Lost a couple of small battles. Hooker's just so messed up. Ooh, free land. That's so hard to read. That's just a text though, isn't it? You can do partial organization again. And I got control of the region. Awesome. We lost, but we inflicted more casualties. 2-1 casualties, I'll take that. I can pyrrhic victory these guys to the end of the war. This is the Grant's tactic. Oh no, we lost. Like Burnside lost the battle, but destroyed the Buchanan's cavalry. Your definition of loss and my definition of loss are completely different, lads. Please, you just have to last a few more hours. Okay. Kentucky force. I got somebody probing here. We need some troops here. Here. The army in the west is going to go retake Guild. Grant and his corps. I'm going to have to keep Grant and his corps defending. You know, you are actually moving to Guild. Granting's Corps are going to have to protect St. Louis. We're moving to form an army here. Which will go to smash this guy up. Ooh, we got a good unit that's formed here. So you need to come down to where these guys are forming. No point clicking use rail, there is no rail. Welcome to the sticks. Oh, you're active. Not sure what I'll do with you. Yeah, you're just out trying to kill them guys. Okay, so now I've got a good amount of victory points, quite a lot of money. Let's check war production. Right. That's a load of cavalry to replace our lost cavalry. Backs number allowed to display, yeah. My objectives: New Orleans, Richmond, Nashville, Atlanta, Mobile, Memphis, Tucson, El Paso, Little Rock, Vicksburg, Charleston. Yeah, a lot of this is very south, isn't it? Please don't make me have to worry about forming up a detachment to actually do a naval invasion. I'm still trying to figure out how cores work. It's May 62. Hopefully, in a turn or two, I'll have all this properly sized up. I want to get these guys into Morgan here, and then they can support against this lot. Who's getting smashed? Is it my fort in Stafford? It is my fort in Stafford, isn't it? I have ordered troops to go support. But, yeah, who knows how to take them. Another place that's fallen, and then, yep. We caught this guy. Ooh, he would give him fire and sword then, they got to an assault phase. And then they caught this guy, and then the rest of the Confederate forces start moving in. And now it's not looking great for my lot. Forward! Although they are taking casualties. Ooh, no, they are retreating. One of their units just broke off. Oh, should I have clicked? Possibly not. Charge! No, it seems to be still going okay. Okay. Did we lose here? We're engaging a relatively large force. Oh, the little bar's going in our direction. Oh, I think we still lost. Alright, we lost at Osage. But again, 1,000 extra casualties as Confederates. At Winchester, they won, but they took twice the losses. Lee's not in the field, that's the problem. We won here, and look at that. 4 times the casualties. They lost an artillery, a Manassas department, pioneers. That was a good one. No Commanding General lost 300 men. And Forney here. Yeah. Overall, though, I am happy with how that went. Okay. You can now get a field hospital to the Army of Northern Division, Virginia. What cohesion could right. Okay, this HQ support gives a training master, a signal level, and a medical service. That's a nice thing to have. Right, you're going to advance down to here. You can have those guys. Walker's force is still trying to rebuild. He's reformed into that. Yeah, you're trying to retreat, that's fine. Perry's corps will come around to here. And Whipple's detachment will also move to Harper's Ferry. We'll protect Harper's Ferry. Got a good number of generals still. I'm assuming YMCA means something completely different than it does to us. And then we're singing Young Man over there. Right, Kentucky Force. You're in desperate need of some troops, aren't you? Right, you guys now need to go engage Forest. I'm actually going to send the Western Command to the south slightly. Nah, flipping mouse. And you two are already battered beyond belief. Then turn them into a core. How is he not accepting another unit? Is it because he's a 1-star general? Anyway, that solves their problems. Alright, you're not doing that. You're going to all-out assault with your far superior force. As a corps, as the Army of the Southwest. We've got a large volunteer force here that's going to come in and then join with you. And we're going to see if we can deal with that. Let's send a couple more generals out. You've only got 1-stars available. But let's get some experience. If you would like to take the rail as far out as you can. Wait, did I just told him to move by rail? Yeah, no, it wasn't. There you go. You're not actually moving, are you? Ah, the joys of long distance travel. Okay, 46 days by rail. Man, America's big. And they had terrible transport. Don't know why they're not requesting these. Pontoons, engineers. Yeah, we'll get some of those. Bit more supply. Pennsylvania can supply more troops. Let's order a couple of brigades up from there, along with some cavalry. Don't need coastal artillery. I think I'm supposed to be spending more on artillery. I do feel like I've gone troop heavy and I don't have enough guns, so. Alright, more of a stay still turn. We're going to push a little bit here. I think the monitor has arrived. Got the Potomac Squadron ready there. Moving them to support Hooker's Ferry. We're going to engage Zukumbers, Zolikofer here. We've laid a bit of a trap here to try and cut off Jefferson, Colston's force. Oh yeah, I need next turn off to do that. And then Grant and Jefferson are here. You're moving to there, Grant's moving down to protect here. I don't know what Perry's got. Probably should be making more decisions. Nice morale went up that turn though. Loads of little detachments just like plinking around, aren't there? Oh, we're engaging here. 25,000 men. Somebody march to the guns.
Retreat!
No, if you must. The thing is, I don't know who's shouting that. You do seem to be taking casualties though. They are taking on my forts. We got this guy. Taking a Sarge. Forest is doing that, but here come our troops. We ran into somebody here. That's what. Yeah, we overwhelmed whoever that was. And this force here is just going to get butchered. Awesome. Right, we lost the big battle there. Halleck defeated unknown commander, wiping out his Kentucky force. Buell won against the Louisiana guys. Again, heavy casualties. Lost here. Lost the garrison in Louisville to Colston because these guys didn't move quick enough. Yep, go full orange. We destroyed Hendelman here without loss. That's good. That's very good. So you can stay where you are now. And I want you to all-out assault this guy. Rosecrans, the Army of Southwest. We can make it even a little bit better. We're giving this gentleman his own division. And then this guy can get massively reinforced as well. But you don't want the cavalry. Alright. Oh, they don't want the Indian unit. Racists. Probably the honest answer on that one, though. Look at that, that increases his combat value. If we split the Indian guy off. Alright, let's try taking 2 core out of that force, making him a core commander, and then reinforcing his. But you are also going to go on full offensive. So you have got all of that. You're at 2 is 12 and 17. You're at 4, 13. Now you can have the Indian Cherokee warriors in. Between you, you should annihilate Hinderman's force here. You need to actually just hunt this guy down because he's just going to keep rolling up and burning us. Grant sat down here. Choice is good. Cohesion, they need some. Yeah, they need to stay still. I'm pushing my troops too hard. I always forget that with this game. You guys don't like walking. So, we'll just make your target. So you can hold here. We've got this guy in here, haven't we? Yeah. Your cohesion's still good. So you can mount an assault on him. You've taken that. And I've got cohesion. Summers is making a name for himself up there. So we're going to have to go match him. Berry's core. You gentlemen are on the defensive. Yeah, your cohesion's low. Your cohesion's pretty good, actually. Hooker's old guard can get some supply, and an artillery unit, and the HQ support detachment. And then we kind of need more troops in the back, don't we? Franklin's Corps can come up to support. Actually, Franklin's Corps already is in support. Hooker's force is slowly recovering. We want to turn that into an actually decent army now. These guys are all destined for Hooker, aren't they? Realistically. I thought Miffin. It's always thought Miffin. And the Empire Brigade up here can come down, they can join to Hooker. We're not pushing my rail network too much this time, so they can come out on their own. Fort Riley came under attack. Can't do much about that. There's a bigger force to destroy. Stalemate at Quincy. And then we got defeated at Winchester. But casualties are about even. Maybe one round of battle. Alright. So that is a worry of a force. Let's build some artillery. Yeah, that's a good place for some artillery. Oh, no, don't move him, I'm trying to build stuff. Alright, it's a lot of guns getting made. I love the names, it's just ridiculous. Right, you may as well go into Hawker's Force. If I split your units off. No, and then Hawker Cart is only a seniority 1 actually. There's no seniority 2 generals in here. Well, we'll reform his force properly. You think after all that Hawker would get a promotion, but no. Alright. I think we're in a good position. Yeah, we're engaging heavily. Got a new army forming here. There's pretty much a whole new division that's formed. That can come down to here. You have the spare generals. Excellent. This artillery can come down to join them. The button does nothing because of course there's nothing for the button to do. Oh, some artillery up here. Can mostly route its way down. Alright, let's cycle this one, and that'll give us a nice clean slate for the next video. I don't like that 700 that's just popped up there. That is a worry. I can match it as long as these guys all kind of march to the guns. Yeah, we can take Jefferson. And then that guy comes in, which is more of a worry. McDowell's engaging. Yeah. I'm not sure how this battle's going. Gonna see Lee at some point and get worried. They can cross Potomac to here and give them support.
Retreat!
Someone's going back. Casualties do seem to be. Oh, this is a big battle.
Fire! Charge! Fire!
Not Gettysburg scale, but 62. Oh, it looks like we got pushed back. We're going to get defeated here because they've got 30,000 to our 17. That looks to be Longstreet. Logs are inflicting heavier casualties than we're taking. I'm happy.
Fire! Forward!
Here we're going to get defeated as well.
Forward!
I wish we could get more of a detail in this battle reports, rather than just watching numbers move. And the block in the wrong direction.
Fire! Charge!
Yeah, we got hammered there. They're carrying on afterwards. Someone else march the guns. You're all here. I suppose they've already been forced into retreat, haven't they? Not liking this.
Charge!
Ooh. Yeah, they're getting picked off piecemeal. Oh, this Antietam. Look, Antietam Creek's just to the north.
Forward!
Okay, so this one apparently we've got like more of a chance.
Charge!
Yeah, they've taken Fulton. They're going to take Harper's Ferry because you can't stop them there, not without force. Their cohesion's gone. Longstreet's on a proper offensive. The whole Confederate army is.
Fire!
Ooh, our casualties are spiking this turn. You've got 15,000 men against our 5.
Retreat!
Fort Monroe is somehow holding. Alright, come on, day 15. Okay, that was a bit disastrous. Our national morale is down to 97 is the first thing I see. So we lost here, but again, look at that. Those are not casualties they can take. That is much more in their favour. Harper's Ferry was a disaster. About even at Fulton, we actually won there. Someone else is taking command. Okay. Ah, the papers. That could have been early 42 offensive. Okay. Okay, they can fit Railway Act. That's good, that's more railway shipping. They want us to push to Richmond. Okay. You do notice we're being attacked around Harper's Ferry, right? Defeated, even casualties. Defeated, but they took heavier casualties. Not quite 2-1, but close. Defeated, even casualties. Yeah, we've been pushed back to Fairfax. Oh, because old Guard's all messed up as well. And guess what? Hooker's force is one of my strongest now, but he's lost command because he's obviously drinking again. And then Lyon defeated some non-namers out there. Right. It's kicking off. It's early July. The Confederates are coming to us. There we go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.